Project Bula needs you!
The Project Bula group is comprised mainly of students who participated in a 2004 Student Ambassador Delegation, which stopped in, among other places, Fiji. Discovering the poverty in Fiji, we decided to give something back to the country that had given us such a warm reception. Project Bula's goal is to help raise standards of education, starting with Nadroga Navosa Provincial High School in Fiji, which we visited during our trip. You can help too.
Because most of the students usually live on different islands, so they just live in a dorm next to school. But some of them, they still have to walk a couple miles to get to their school. And their school is pretty much another cabin in the middle of the tropical forest. They don't have any school supplies. They have a couple really old chalkboards. They don't have books. They have some notebooks, some paper, pencils. They have to take a whole lot of notes to substitute for books. Pretty much the teacher dictates a lot of information that they have to take down, and that's the way they learn. Now all the students are so grateful for everything they are given, and
because it makes some money off the tourism industry, Fiji doesn't actually have third world status like most countries in need do. But this industry doesn't benefit most people who spend all their days working in the sugar fields. Actually, the people there are just as poor as the people living in, say, Africa. We just don't realize it. No aid gets sent over there because they get overlooked. We think of Fiji, we think of the tourism industry, we think of these beautiful beaches and the nice scenery. We don't realize that the people there actually do need our help.
We stayed in a 5-star hotel, and once there was a mall in it, and you think that it's beautiful and that it's like paradise, but then you go past the tourist part and you go into the towns, and then you see what it's really like and how they're really not doing well on money, and there isn't a lot of help that we know of right now, and that's why we're trying to do this as well.
The circle of poverty starts in Fiji with young children. I know many parents can't afford even the most basic necessities for their kids in Fiji, so of course they don't have any money to spend on the education. But if we help one school, we are not only helping this one generation of children, we are helping more and more and more. Because if these kids get an education, they can provide one for their children, as they will be able to get a better job than their parents have. So if these kids can get an education, they will go on to college, they will get a better job, they will be able to provide for their kids. And as their kids can go on to higher education, they'll be able to provide for their kids and their kids and their kids. So just by helping this small group of children, we are not only helping them, but the entire future of Fiji.
My experience in Fiji was a lot of the kids there, they were excited about learning and they were eager to learn, but they just weren't able to because they didn't have the opportunity. A lot of people here in the U.S., they get education for free, at least up through high school, or in Fiji, they go without a lot of things for just to be able to learn, and when they do get to school, their schools aren't good enough to give them any education.
If Project Bula raises money, what would be your dream to provide for the Fijian students?
Help them get new water and more books, and make people realize that we take a lot of things for granted here, and how if we throw 80 computers out, that could be used to go to a different country and help other people besides ourselves.